What have I just watched? What the hell have I just watched? Darwin Nunez. Oh my good Lord. Look, I can see the comments already. You're all saying, oh, you doubted him and you gave him so much crap and all of this. And look, I think that's been warranted because he has been so poor, especially for the money that Liverpool signed him for. And I still don't believe he's good enough. But what he has given today to Liverpool Football Club and us fans is second to none. Forget about Newcastle. Forget about that. We didn't win the league that season. If we win the league this season, and even if Darwin Nunez does nothing from here to the end of the season, what he's done today is absolutely huge. He has paid back some of that fee anyway. I'm still in disbelief. I mean, look, we should have been up well before Nunez scored. And I am worried. If you look at Liverpool's XG today, it was 4.25, I think. And we need to be more clinical. We need to be more clinical, and we can't be completely reliant on Salah to get all of our goals. But we got there in the end, and that is a huge boost in a period of the season where we certainly weren't playing our best football. Darwin Nunez, of all people, has given us an almighty boost. I'm still in disbelief. I still can't believe what I have just seen. But I'm so happy. I am so utterly happy. Let's do Liverpool player ratings from today's 2-0 win over Brentford. First up, the goalkeeper, of course, Alisson Becker. And he was worked today. Let's be real, he was worked today. Granted, most of Brentford's shots were central. You know, Alisson had to deal with them comfortably, but Brentford had plenty of forays up front or going forward. Plenty of balls into the box. Mbeumo, Vissa had a few half chances that Ali dealt with. And yeah, clean sheet, absolutely beautiful. I'm sure he's buzzing with that today. It's been a while since we've had one of those in the Premier League. Ali gets a 7. Trent AlexanderArnold. Defensively today, I thought pretty decent. Dealt well with Vissa down that side and any other threat that he faced. Let's be real, 75-80% of that game he was going forward, especially second half. And I thought he was good. I thought he put a good few decent balls into the box. And he was tenacious and he kept going, even to that 90th minute to be in the box, to put that ball in to Darwin Nunez on a plate. Because let's be real, that first goal, most of the credit should go to Trent AlexanderArnold. Not even being harsh to Nunez. Come on. It was a great pass and he put it on a plate for Nunez. All Nunez had to do was tap it into the empty net. For that assist and his tenacity and his hard work, solid performance. I'm going to say 7.5. Ibou Konate, I thought today was his best performance since coming back from the injury. He hasn't looked that fit since he's come back from the injury. Let's be real. But today, very, very good. More like the Ibou Konate that we know and we love. Good in possession. A couple of moments in set pieces maybe could have done a little bit better. But whatever he had to deal with, he dealt with very, very well. Good in the air, all of the normal attributes that we associate with Konate. I thought he was very good today, and he looked, for the first time since coming back from that injury, actually fully fit again. Ibou, 8. Virgil Van Dijk, another masterful performance. It's just normal for him. His normal performance is 8 out of 10. Literally every time when Liverpool have struggled defensively this season, especially over the last number of weeks, Van Dijk has still been so good. At times he's had to literally keep that defence together himself. He's been absolutely ridiculous. And today dealt very, very well with Mbeumo and any other threat that Brentford brought to the table. Nothing happened centrally whatsoever. Massive reason for that was the best defender in the world, Virgil van Dijk. He gets an 8.5 out of 10. Costa Simas, I didn't think he was bad, to be quite honest. I didn't think he was bad. I thought he was decent. He put a couple of decent deliveries into the box. Like Trent, he was up the pitch for the vast majority of the game. He was subbed in the second half. He got booked, I think, unfairly in the first half. Not a great performance. Didn't contribute like he did during the week, obviously, with that great cross into Jota for the corner. His corner stay left a bit to be desired. I think McAllister, Trent ended up taking a lot more, and there was a reason forward that. But not bad. I'm going to say 6. Ryan Gravenberch, I mean, he wasn't overworked today, was he? Brentford did have their counter-attacks in which I thought he stood firm for most of them. He was quite advanced, like the vast majority of the team for most of the game. Had that shot in the first half. I think that was nestling nicely into the corner. But it was well saved from Flecken. Good save from Flecken, who was good today. Again, another goalkeeper good against Liverpool. Imagine my shock. But also had that moment in the second half where he passed it nice and quickly to Diaz inside the box. Diaz should have done better with the shot. Decent performance, marshalling the midfield as always. I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Alexis McAllister, like Ryan Gravenberch, nothing special, but some good touches, some good passes. The vast majority of the game, his position in the pitch was just outside the box. Could have done a little bit better in certain situations, but his kind of... it wasn't his fault for Liverpool's misfiring in front of goal. Decent performance, and not much really to add to that. I'm going to say 7 as well. Dominic Solanke, I thought he was our best player first half, hands down. So unlucky with that Gerrard-esque shot in the first half, curling from the right boot past Flecken, only to hit the bar, nearly the very side of the bar too, nearly bang in the right, like bang in the top left corner. But yeah, I thought he was our best. He was our best player first half. He was good on the ball. His passing was good. He was getting into those advanced positions and doing well with them. Second half, he was more quiet. He wasn't as effective. He did get that booking and he did end up getting subbed. But I thought he was decent today. I'm going to say Dominic Solanke, 7.5 out of 10. Mohamed Salah, should we be worried? Should we be worried? I'm not worried. And a lot of people will, swing it the way that they want to, especially the people with Salah agendas. But not great today. Again, a bit of a he huffed and he puffed performance. He was a threat for most of it, but never really looked like doing anything as such. He had that one chance himself that was saved. He probably should have done better with that. Well, he actually had another chance second half in which he was unlucky. He was just wide and it looked like Flecken was beat. If that goes in, I mean, it's a good Mohamed Salah performance, isn't it? Let's be real, it was far from a vintage Salah performance, but he wasn't bad. He also created that chance for Gakpo second half. Mohamed Salah always affects the game regardless of how he plays in general. Not great, but not awful. Salah's never awful. 6. Cody Gago, as always, the work ethic is at the very top. And he was unlucky, I felt, in certain stages today. He was always a threat. He was overworking Brentford down that left-hand side. I love those moments where he takes the defender on directly, goes around them, creates chances like that. He should have done better with that chance in the first half. I'm surprised he didn't score that chance in the first half. That is just Cody Gago all over. I mean, he just dinks it over the goalkeeper or something like that. But apart from that, he was good. He linked up well with the other forwards. He was a threat for the vast majority of the time that he was on the pitch. And yeah, I think it wasn't a great Cody Gago performance. It could have been better, but he was decent. 7. Luis Diaz, not great. I mean, look, the work ethic is always there, like it is for nearly every one of these players. But I think I didn't expect Brentford to be as defensive as they were today. Even early stages of the first half, 11 behind the ball, 11 literally within about 20 yards of their goal, 11 players at certain stages inside their own box. And I didn't expect that because Brentford are usually a more open playing football team. But I don't think it suits Luis Diaz. And I think Brentford looked at Forest during the week and took a note out of their book and said, let's do that to Liverpool because we know that that's our best chance of getting something against Liverpool. And it nearly worked for them today. And I don't think that suits Diaz. I don't think it does. Diaz is a player who likes space. And when he gets space, you see the best of him. And today he had a couple of moments, couple of shots, but he could have done better in certain situations. His link-up play could have been better. Not great. 5. And then the subs, Andy Robertson. I wasn't incredibly happy to see him come on because of the form that he's been on lately. And obviously, look, we needed a goal, and I'm just wondering why we're looking at a left back. But he did set up that chance for Nunez. Nunez should have done better with that chance. A free header in the box, and he had all the time in the world. But he was decent, Robertson. Took a couple of corners, set pieces. Not bad. I thought he came on the pitch and showed a good account of himself. I'll say 6.5. On to the match winner, Darwin Nunez. Well, what can I say? What can I say? I still do not believe it. And look, I said it earlier and I will say it again. I don't think he's good enough, but what he has done today is absolutely huge. If he does nothing else for the rest of the season, but Liverpool win the league, what he has done today has massively contributed to that. And he is certainly, with that, paid back some of his fee. Absolutely superb. I mean, look, Trent, a great ball across to him for the first goal. And look, as a striker, Nunez has to be scoring that. But fair play to Nunez. He was in the right position to score that. And the second goal was a pure striker's finish. I mean, he gets the ball, he takes that little touch inside and slams it in the top of the net. I mean, look, if he could actually kick on from this and do that on a more regular basis, who knows? We may actually start seeing the player that we should have from the start, who cost 80 million. But time will tell. Anyway, what he has done today is absolutely huge. Let's hope that we see more of it. And I'm delighted for him. I'm going to say Nunez gets it's got to be a 10 out of 10. And the last 3 subs, I'm just going to rate them quickly. Curtis Jones played for the last 10 or so minutes along with Harvey Elliott. I thought they were both decent, especially Elliott. He was involved in the build-up for both of the goals. So Elliott, I'm going to say 7. And Curtis Jones, I'm going to say 6. He was okay. And finally, Federico Chiesa brought the ball forward to spark the second goal. He had a hand in that. He was okay. I think he deserves more minutes. I'm going to say 6. Anyway, that is my Liverpool player ratings for today's 2-0 win over Brentford at the G-Tech Stadium. Like, subscribe, please, if you haven't already. I would really, really appreciate it. And yeah, that today could be absolutely monumental to what Liverpool want to do this season. I'll see you all soon. Cheers.